Good morning everyone. Today I will be discussing about Rosai-Dorfman's disease. Originally described as sinus histiocytosis with massive lymphadenopathy. Clinical features: it presents as massive painless bilateral lymph node enlargement in the neck. 25% involved extranodal sites such as eyes and ocular adnexa, skin, upper respiratory tract and bone. Fever leukocytosis is there along with elevated erythrocyte sedimentation rate and polyclonal hypergammaglobulinemia. Age range: most cases occur during the first or the second decade of the life but can occur at any age group. Etiology of Rosai-Dorfman's disease remains unknown, the two most likely possibilities being infection by virus or some microorganism and the manifestation of subtle undefined immunological effect. Grossly, the nodes are matted together by prominent perinodal fibrosis. Cut surface varies from grey to golden yellow depending upon the amount of fat present. Microscopy: pronounced dilatation of lymph sinuses resulting in partial or complete architectural effacement. These sinuses are occupied by lymphocytes, plasma cells, and most notably by numerous cells of histiocytic appearance with a large vesicular nucleus and abundant clear or lightly eosinophilic cytoplasm that may contain large amount of neutral lipids. This is a low power view showing massive distension of the sinuses by histiocytic infiltrate. Many of these histiocytes have within their cytoplasm numerous intact lymphocytes, a feature that has been designated as empericolysis or lymphocytophagocytosis. Although not specific, this is a constant feature of Rosai-Dorfman's disease, at least in the lymph node location, and is therefore of a great diagnostic significance. This is a high power view showing lymphocytophagocytosis by sinus histiocytes. Sometimes other cell types are present within the cytoplasm of the histiocytes such as plasma cells and red blood cells. The intersinusal tissue exhibit a variable but sometimes impressive number of mature plasma cells, some of which may contain Russell bodies. Capsular and pericapsular inflammation and fibrosis are common, but intranodal fibrosis is minimal or absent. This is oil red O stain showing abundant neutral lipid in the cytoplasm of the histiocytes. Now coming to immunohistochemistry, it is strongly reactive for S100 protein. Here in this photomicrograph, it is showing the strong reactivity of S100 protein and it is also positive for CD68 and it is negative for CD1A. Now coming to differential diagnosis, the main differential diagnoses are non-specific sinus hyperplasia. Here the cells lack empericolysis and are S100 protein negative. Langerhans cell histiocytosis. Here the cells are positive for both S100 and CD1A. Sinus histiocytosis induced by cobalt, chromium and titanium. It occurs in pelvic lymph nodes after hip replacement. Other differential diagnoses are leprosy, rhinoscleroma and metastatic malignant melanoma. Thank you.